Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, folks. Welcome to another live stream today. Today we're doing World of Warcraft, and I'm sorry for those that were expecting, again, something else. But I went with WoW today, and because I just woke up and I want something easier to play, and we're going to restart my WoW series. I kind of finaggled everything. So on the last time I live streamed, so we're just going to go ahead and try to restart over. And let's go ahead and get right back into it. I hope everybody's doing well this morning. Oh, stretching and stuff. So today we're going to redo what we did last time, and that was the Exile Reach. Now they're going to revamp Exile's Reach anyway, so we can kind of get a taste of what it looked like when it first was released in Shadowlands, to kind of like what it is going to be when the new expansion for Midnight comes out next year. So let's go ahead and go on to create a character, and we're gonna probably just play a traditional orc warrior. Let's see something here. Okay. Yeah, let's go traditional orc warrior. Let's go. Yeah, let's not do warrior. Let's do something crazy. Yeah, let's do warrior. Why not? Let's do kind of like the greenest skin we got. Let's do... let's do color. We'll do black. Face, we give him a mean look. What do we got? There we go. And the eye color. Yeah. No paint. I don't like any other paint that they have. No scars because he's a newbie. You know, let's give him an iron nose ring. And we'll name him... Let's name him Grommick. Grommick. And like I said, we usually would start with the Valley Trials. Valley Trials is a traditional starting area for the orcs and the trolls doing vanilla WoW, and then when Cataclysm came out, trolls got their own starting area. So we're gonna try Exile's Reach, which is the newest leveling experience, and it tries to teach you like how to play the game. This is what they're going to be revamping in the new expansion, so let's go ahead and go in there. And there he is. Let's go do it.
You are a soldier of the mighty Horde. A disparate band of races united in their pursuit of freedom, honor, and glory. A Horde expedition sent to explore an uncharted island has recently gone missing. As a bold new recruit, you have joined a rescue mission departing from Orgrimmar. Find the lost expedition members and bring them home. For the Horde!
For the Horde. Alright, so again, this is very much a tutorial type of map, but I really like this map.
Look sharp, recruit! We're almost to the island!
Alright, so let's see here. We're gonna move you here. Yeah, we're gonna leave that be. Okay, so yeah, we know. What's basically going on is the fact that this expedition was sent out earlier, has become lost. We lost contact with them, so they sent out another expedition to find out what's going on. And I'm part of this expedition. This newly found orc warrior, Gromik. And so we're gonna go ahead and try basically to find out where this other expedition is at.
Stay focused on our mission.
So we're nearing the end of the we're nearing the island where the Horde lost its expedition. We need to prepare for what is out there. Try to warm up on the warm-up.
For the Horde, we need to be ready for anything. Show me your skill in combat.
All right. So a warrior, for anybody that doesn't know RPG, needs rage in order to use its abilities, to where a wizard needs mana to use its abilities. So we're gonna go and just kind of auto attack and then use slam.
Fine work. Next week. Rain? Our shaman said the skies would be clear.
All right.
We won't rest until the expedition has been found.
Good. You kept training since we sailed. I need to speak to crew about the storm. Spar with Ronk.
Stay sharp. Danger surrounds us. Throg will spar with you for now. I must speak to the crew about the rain.
I didn't mean to do that. Stop that.
The Horde leaves no one behind.
Loktar, nothing quite like a good fight in the rain. We will spar together and take measures of your strength.
Stand strong, stand proud. I'll take my position. Strike first and strike hard. Never miss targets. I concede. Your strength will see our mission through. I'm here to help. Go with honor. We will save the expedition.
Alright, so well fought, Gromik. You bring strength and honor to the Horde. Now we just wait. Did you hear that?
For the Horde! Warlord! This storm will soon overwhelm us!
Soldiers, brace yourselves! The Horde leaves no one behind.
The ship won't make it to the island in one piece. Hold on to something and pray for the elements that they will spill us from a grim death at sea.
Don't let your guard down.
Crazy. Crazy, crazy. stupid Murlocs. I wanted to bring up that we have a
Recruit! You survived. We need to regroup at once.
okay, that we have a option for edit mode for our new UI, so we can change this whole UI, like the placement of our character's name, how many things we have. But we can't do that during the Exiles Reach starting area, and I hope that's something that they change in the revamped version of it when the new expansion comes out, is that we're able to change our UI, but right now it has to stay put, and it kind of is frustrating at times. Another thing that's really frustrating is when you get some good gear, they want you to hit the B button to bring up your bags, and then C button to bring up your character sheet, and then click and drag, where you can just right click on the items in your bag. And I know you can't really see the items in my bag because of the followers thing, but that's no big deal. So it's always like, boom, you got something in your bag, equip it. And I have heirloom armor, which gives me added bonus and added excuse me, added bonus and added stats and whatnot. And it used to give you XP for each item that you had connected, but they took the experience away because you can level fast anyway. I will not be using heirlooms, only because of the fact that I want you to see it as though if it was meant if I didn't have any. But besides that, this whole area, I mean, this looks amazing. I love the nautical thing. It's my favorite type because I am from the state of Florida. It's just absolutely the beachy type of feel. I love it. All right, let's get into it.
We won't rest until the expedition has been found.
So the shore is littered with shipwrecks. This must be where the lost expedition crashed. Ironically, we just happened to find it. We cannot begin our search until our soldiers are healed. Basically, they want us to recover 6 first aid kits from the
For the whole,
Murlocs.
recover our supplies. But don't fight too many Murlocs at once. They're dangerous in packs.
And then, of course, we got the mini-map that you can't really see to the top right. It has a quest helper, lets us know where our quest is located. Vanilla WoW, that did not exist. Oh, I don't have auto loot on. Oh, hang on. Let me turn that on. So let's see. Auto loot, social, black guild invite. No, that's channel invites. Guild invites. All right. Range. And it's still giving me hassle. Okay, whatever. Alright, so we leveled up. So we click on our little end button here. Or the thingy down there. And it's like, we got shield slam now. Alright. So shield slam allows us to slam our shield into somebody. Oh, there's somebody. I don't mind. It don't bother me if the chat is cleared or not. We got somebody else out here, another warrior. As you can see, he's using heirloom armor, which is I chose not to do. Is he a troll? No, he looks like another orc. All right, now we're gonna go turn in this quest.
Stay focused on our mission. Don't let your guard down.
Excellent work. Let's the survivors back on their feet.
Stay sharp. Danger surrounds us.
We must clear out. We must treat our wounded before we can be searching for my ... for the missing expedition. That doesn't seem suspicious. Take the first aid kit and tend to the survivors.
For the horde.
This is World of Warcraft. This is WoW. This is the starting zone for those just joining us. This is the starting zone for World of Warcraft. This is the new player starting zone. This is for people that have never played WoW before or has ever thought of playing WoW before. This is the area that you can go to learn the game, and it's very much user friendly.
Mark my words, that storm was unnatural.
Quite the storm. Probably hit the first boat, too.
My thanks. We'll find the expedition yet.
Yeah, so this is very much user-friendly, you know, to the newest of noobs. But they're going to revamp the Exiles Reach. That's where we're at. And they're going to revamp it, and that they're going to update it. And I wanted to give the experience to somebody that's never probably played WoW before, to be able to say, hey, this is what this new zone looks like. We have the choice of playing here or playing at your vanilla or Cataclysm expansion starting area. But this area is pretty cool. I really like this starting area, even though it's very much for new players.
The Horde leaves no one behind.
We're back on our feet. Let's move on for the expedition. And if you don't know, a expedition that the Horde has sent out has become lost and lost contact with them. And so they sent out a new expedition to find the one that was lost. And you are part of this new expedition. And then we get a cutscene later on that an unnatural storm happened and that our ship has crashed. But we just happen, in quotations, to land on the same island, apparently where the lost expedition was at before.
Don't let your guard down.
I saw a fire to the north of us. We're going to see if it was started by someone from our expedition. You're the newest of our recruits, so you're coming with me. So we just gotta follow her.
Stay sharp. Danger surrounds us. You three, search for more survivors. Recruit, you and I will push forward.
Alright, so we have a new ability. We have Hamstring. We're gonna move Hamstring down here. And what Hamstring does is... Hamstring does damage over time, or what we know in the gaming community as dots. So now we're gonna run up here because we saw a fire, and we're thinking that it's part of the new expedition. And of course, I'm playing the Orc from, you know, Warcraft 1. You know, his name's Gromik. And if anybody's played the original Warcraft games,
So hungry.
Wansa!
any of the original RTS games, this is the music on this island is all from the first 2 games. Wansa. So hungry, they took everything else. I bet the last one.
Stay focused on our mission.
This is Wansa, a shaman who was with the first expedition. She's dying of starvation. Yep. A death unfit for the Horde. Slay some nearby wildlife, get some food, and cook it and give it
For
to
the
her.
Horde!
Should just said you'd be coming.
She's my daughter. Nothing could keep me from her. And as a soldier of the Horde, she knows we leave no one behind.
That's another thing that is the writing for this is a little wonky in my opinion. You know, they give the Horde as like Marines, right? We leave no one behind. We leave, you know, we carry our own. We survive together, you know, for the Horde. And that's cool and all, but hearing it 100 times throughout the starting experience is a little annoying. And of course, if you play the Alliance side, you know, the Alliance say the same thing in a matter of speaking. You know, we don't leave no one behind and all that good stuff. And it's like, okay, we get the point, you know. But for right now, could have swore I moved that. I did not. Do, 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 do. I didn't know they had a graveyard. Dude, that's dope. I like that. I like that a lot. Alright, those are done. Now we're going to go back and turn in, cook the food and give it to Wansa so she can not die of starvation.
We got ambushed by the Quillboar.
Eat first. I won't let you starve to death.
Wansa quickly eats the food that you give her. Looks like I'm not going to be knocking on Bram Samdi's door. After all, y'all best hurry. The Quillboar took Sanja and the rest of the expedition. Bram Samdi is a lower god that the trolls worship, and he's the god of death, if you were just wondering who Bram Samdi is, and he's pretty cool. We had to deal with him in the Shadowlands expansion. He's pretty dope.
We won't rest until the expedition has been found.
Wansa said the Quillboar have kidnapped the missing expedition, including my daughter. The Quillboar will kill you if you're not prepared. They're much smarter and deadlier than Murlocs. I won't see you die by their hands, so we're going to spar for one last time. When we're done, you will cleave a path straight through the Quillboar. Not every class has this next quest. Certain classes, like I think the Warlock, I think, of course, the Warrior, the Rogue, and maybe one other one, I don't remember off the top of my head, has like these training. Like, oh, the Quillboar are badass. So we have to spar a little bit to train you some more. The rest of the classes really kind of just skip this and go right to going after the Quillboar. And one thing I do like is they bring in some iconic enemies for the game. And the iconic enemies are the Quillboar. If you play Horde a lot in Vanilla WoW or Classic WoW, all the way up, you deal with the Quillboar quite a lot. Murlocs have always been the part of a Bane and the Alliance side, of dealing with them in their starting area, and then so it's kind of nice that we get to see them more in the limelight.
Stay sharp. Danger surround. Recruit. Quillboar pose a far greater threat than Murlocs. You must be ready to face them in battle. Use charge to start the battle. Show warriors should always charge into combat. It gives you the rage. Slam will spend some of your rage to deal damage. You can slam, charge at me again to get well fought. Charge will build your rage and damage your enemy one more time. Enough. You're ready to fight the Quillboar. Now we rescue our brethren.
Yeah, so I mean, just this place is just absolutely amazing looking, and I absolutely love it.
The Horde leaves no one behind.
All right, we're ready to slaughter.
Don't let your guard down.
We got Victory Rush. And Victory Rush is an ability that once we kill an enemy, when we go and attack another enemy, we can use that as a starting attack. So we can use Charge and then use Victory Rush and then our rest of our rotation. So it's pretty dope.
We've got to get the others back.
Alright, so the Quillboar kidnapped the rest of the expedition and took them north. They said they're going to use them for some sort of sacrifice. Ooh. You're going to head north fast, you can stop them. So basically now we're going to go and deal with the Quillboar.
The survivors be counting on us.
We'll head north to see what the others have found. Wansa, rest and regain your strength before joining us.
I mean, this
I'll
guy's
be
sick.
seeing you soon then. Your daughter be right to count on you.
The Horde never abandons its soldiers. I will not abandon her.
Thank you, Rekka. Okay, so as you can see in the far distance, and you know, there's an ogre statue here, so we're dealing with ogres. And before we go, and deal with the enemy, we're gonna go and steal this chest over here. Now, if you run over here, like many people did when this came out, you can check out this area, and it's just for looks. It's nothing special. And then you can click on Juggar, and he'll pick you up and throw you back over here on this side, so you don't have to run. Nothing special. There's no really point to it. Just thought it was kind of cool. So this is also a training thing too. Is they're trying to let you know, like, hey, things around the current WoW world have these hidden chests, you know. So we have a new equipment, so we're gonna equip belt. And we got shoes. Is that better? No, it's the same. Okay. So let's deal with the krill boar. And I do like the fact that they let you know, like, hey, the Quillboar are no joke, right? They're this big enemy, and if you played Classic WoW, you would know that you couldn't pull no more than one Quillboar at a time, or you would just die.
Ah, good, you're here. The Quillboar are conducting some foul ritual.
All right,
of course,
Dog
you
Tracker.
come to me for aid. Shirelaran.
Alright, so now we got two quests. Down with the Quillboar, Forbidden Quillboar Necromancy. Alright.
Keep yourself safe.
Down with the Quillboar. I have discovered that the Quillboar are performing a necromantic ritual on the survivor from the missing expedition. The ritual is being performed by a tribe leader, Geo-Lord Grekog. Slay Grek and save the survivor. Show this brute that the Horde are not to be trifled with.
Remember the day you met me.
The Quillboar are savage and violent. I had, though, the practice of necromancy beyond them. Obviously, we cannot allow them to continue their ritual, and certainly not on the members of the Horde. So go and kill 7 Quillboar.
Shirelaran.
We move, now. Those monsters have my daughter.
Shuja? I saw no sign of her. Perhaps she evaded capture.
One can hope. She rarely acts with such caution.
Alright. So let's deal with this Quillboar infestation. See, now we can use Victory Rush, so we can run up here. And now we can use Victory Rush again. We're gonna make our way continuing on. We'll take this guy out. Now, randomly around the game, depending on where you're at in the world, these have these rare spawns. Now, in this expansion, or this...
reward us when this over.
in this scenario of this... we're gonna be attacked. Okay. Die.
Look harder! More magic! Boss needs it!
Yeah, there's these rare mobs that spawn throughout the world that you can find. Some of them can be pets for hunters. Some of them just drop normal loot. And if you're strong enough, you can go ahead and kill them and you get whatever they drop. You want to try to take them out, but sometimes they're super difficult. But we're playing on the starting area.
We're gonna get power with ritual done.
And, you know, it's not going to be that hard. So we're going to go ahead.
Sacrifice for ritual.
Alright, so we got a cloak out of it. So now we have a cloak on. And we need one more Quillborn, so we're gonna go and kill this guy. think I might switch that like that. We give it to that. All right. And now here's Greg, Geolord. We'll wait for my charge to stop and.
Intruder! You will be our next sacrifice.
That's why I always bet on the Horde. Let's scram!
All right. And there's going to be a chest up here. I might have done this once or twice, so I kind of know where everything's located. All right, we got some bracers.
You must be Warlord Brekka, Soldier's mother. She always said you'd save our hides.
We're not safe just yet. Where are the others?
No idea, but I got a way to find out.
Of course you do.
Mithron Dawn Tracker. At your
Alright, so
service.
we get some boots, fine job. Yep,
Keep
yep.
yourself safe.
So we got shield block, which we're not really going to use. And some boots. Okay. Shield raises my blocking for all melee attacks for 6 seconds. That's good if you're playing tank. If we're tank and spanking, then this is really good, but I don't think we'll stick with like the specialization of the tank, like protection. I think we might go to Fury. Fury is a fun spec to play. I have a level 70, almost level 80 warrior already. That's armsman. Basically, it's a two-handed weapon fighting, like a great axe, great hammer. So I do not have a Fury warrior. So that's probably what we're going to go with here.
You need it? I got it.
You sure got some guts. I respect that. And I joined this expedition thinking it'd be kind of quick and easy to make a little bit of profit. But now with all the necromancy and crazy ogres, maybe I can make a lot of profit. And for those that are watching...
I'll be seeing you later.
Quietly in the background, if you don't know these goblins and how they are, they're legitimately a spin-off of the Ferengi from Star Trek. Legitimately, it's all about the profit, and they work for the highest bidder, and there's no loyalty. So that's kind of how the goblins run. You're looking for Zudra Grimax, right? Gotta tell you, she's kind of intense. Always going on about using her own strength to get ahead. But you're in luck, because I'm the one goblin that can help you find her and the rest of the expedition. Feast your eyes on this fancy device here. Stole it from a gnome, improved on it, and made it my own. I call it the Choppy Booster Mark V. We're going to use it to find Suja and the others. Well, welcome, Talisman. Welcome, welcome. So he's going to use this Choppy Booster Mark V.
Take it sleazy. This here's a tiny version of the Choppy Booster Mark V. Just let me enlarge it. Okay, might have overdone it a bit. Hold on. Ah, perfect. It ain't pretty, but it gets the job done.
All right.
Can you hear me, recruit? Looks like the camera's working like a charm.
If it has a camera, then why does someone need to be up there?
I need a backup plan, in case your recruit gets dropped like a rock. Is this thing still on? Hey, pal! You accepted all liability by agreeing to this.
Be quiet! I see something!
We will take your soul and raise the dragon from the dead.
Cowards! Soon you will face the full might of the Horde!
Ha! Our dragon will crush them. We have other rituals to oversee. Savor the final moments of your life.
They're bringing a dragon back from the dead? Is it too late for us to run?
We do not run when our people need us. Find us a way through all of those undead.
Hey, you say jump, I provide the rocket boots. How about a giant boar?
Whatever you do, make it quick. My daughter's life is at stake.
All right. So he wants us to make a giant boar, huh? All right.
Ready to make some gold?
All right. Time to bend some rules and make a giant boar.
Pleasure doing business with you.
I call this gadget the Resizer. It's what I use to unshrink the Choppy Booster Mark V. Look, I'm gonna be honest. I got the best of the passing understanding of how this thing works. I mean, I'm gonna push it. I'm going to be pushing a lot of buttons and see what happens. I'm sure we'll figure it out how to upsize one of these boars. Then, we'll use it to trample those undead goons. You hold the Resizer while I fiddle with it, then just press the button and hope for the best.
I'll be seeing you later. Well, I promised a giant boar. Now we just gotta deliver.
All right, let's try it out.
Huh. That ain't right. Let's see, just gotta... There, try it now.
Okay. How about this one?
Oh, who needs a giant boar when we can do that? Here, try it again.
Yeah, how about this one?
Now that's what I'm talking about! Let's get back to Grimax.
Dude, the goblins, man, I swear.
We won't rest until the
So the
expedition
giant
has
boar
been
was a
found.
fool's errand, and you turned the device into a weapon instead. Good work. Let's see if we can pull this off.
Stay sharp. Danger surrounds
All
us.
right, Fizzlepop.
Time is money, friend.
I got the perfect plan. You're gonna ride the Choppy Booster Mark V and blast those walking cadavers from the sky. I hereby dub the Resizer the Redeather. We're going to show them where the undead belong. Except for our undead. They're totally fine. Anyway, hop on the Choppy Booster Mark V and I'll pilot it. Once we save Suja Grimax, we'll blast our way to all the other survivors. And I get a cool little axe.
Pleasure doing. When you blow up those zombies, remember that my proprietary invention made it happen.
All right, here we go. Negative? Okay. What?
Uh-oh. Hey, remember that little talk we had about liability? It looks like that rig is about to, explode.
Mother, I failed. The Horde.
Hang on, Shuja! Recruit with me! Loktar Ogar!
Loktar Ogar. Idiot.
Wretched ogre. Let's check on Shuja.
Mother, I tried to stop the ogres on my own, but I failed. My strength was not enough.
Shuja, the Horde is strong, not when we fight alone, but when we stand united. Now, tell me what's happened here.
The
All right.
Horde will be victorious.
Well, thank you, stranger. I failed the Horde. I wasn't strong enough to stop the threat on my own. I don't care.
Element as you command. The ogres are using necromancy to raise a dragon from the dead. They need sacrifices like us to fuel their magic. They're about to start a ritual that will... begun.
shit.
They're going to use the life force they've gathered to reanimate the dragon.
Then we must take action. Remember that when we band together, the Horde can conquer any challenge. We will bring an end to these rituals before the ogres can complete them. Lokar, oh God!
And Ozzy just stand there. Alright, so we got a new ability called Pummel. Pummel is... And then we got a new stuff in our bag, a new axe. So Pummel is our interrupt. If we have a casting... What else do I have? That's... Really? We're doing that? Stop that. Pummel is our interrupt. It's what we use to cancel out a spell attack, which is very useful. Pop, 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 pop. Alright.
These ogres will cower before the Horde.
Provider Jin helped manage to recover some other supplies from the shipwreck. I want you to see if he has anything to use before we stop these rituals. So basically, buy a halberd from him.
Don't let your guard down.
All right, Jin.
Talk to me.
So we're gonna sell everything here. So we're gonna click on this little sell all junk button. And then we're gonna sell all of this stuff. And normally I would keep the food because, you know, food's always nice to heal yourself, but we're playing current WoW, so we ain't gonna need it. And then we're gonna buy the halberd. And then we're going to equip it. And there we go, and go turn this in.
The Horde has endured worse than this.
I hope you have what you need. Throg found a bag nearby, thought it might help.
For the Horde!
Okay. So now we're getting into the juicy bits. World of Warcraft and classic WoW was very much fantasy based around your class. It was very class fantasy. Also back then, you had to go to your trainer to train for new abilities. So you had to spend coin to learn new abilities. And if you're playing like a warlock, you had to do class quests. Shamans, in order to get their totem, had to run all the way around Azeroth to try to find their totems. And all this good stuff. It was very much class fantasy. And then after Cataclysm, they kind of went away from that. And now the trainers are obsolete. And you just, as you see, you just learn your ability. You don't need to go see a trainer anymore. So when they came out with Exiles Reach here, they kind of wanted to bring back a little bit of that class fantasy of, hey, you want to learn this ability, go do this quest. So what I did on the first run I did of this, I was a warlock, and you had to go and find out that, oh, there was a totem or a tome used by a crappy, you know, non-experienced goblin. I believe it was a goblin. And that, you know, he was trying to summon a Void Walker, which is a pet for the demon, for the warlock. And so you take up the mantle and bring him in and try to control him. So each class in this game that go to this island has their own set of class fantasy, and we're about to get ours here.
The Horde leaves no one behind.
Helgromic. You've grown stronger since we sparred on the boat. You may one day become a warrior of the great renown. Speaking of which, I encountered a ghost on a bridge due north that demands he meets a true warrior. Perhaps you can see what he wants. It did not seem hostile. It might be even willing to help us. Speak with the stranger on the ghost, yada yada, and I get the ability of execute, which means...
Go with the spirit of an ancient warrior must have much to teach you. Learn it well.
So it'll teach us that ability, which means when a enemy's health or a player's health gets down to a certain amount, you can use that and it does massive damage. Kind of like a final blow. So we're gonna go there, and then we're gonna grab this one. This one's gonna want us to go into the spider den here.
Never a dull moment with the Horde.
Warlord Grimax wants us to search west of here for the site of our next ritual. We could use your help. I've already died once. It's not an experience I care to repeat. So basically, they're gonna run up and...
Never a dull moment. Let's see if we can find one of those rituals.
So we're not gonna do that just yet. We're going to go and do these couple of quests here. I can't, you know, again, this is just absolutely amazing. I mean, well, you can't see there, but I mean, just the idea of that in the background, right? And then just how gorgeous these graphics are. God, I'm just fangirling over it.
I will do whatever it takes.
You have my thanks for saving me, Gromit. I swear to not show such weakness again. The ogres are planning to sacrifice the rest of the expedition to fuel the ritual that will raise the dragon. It seems one of the survivors was taken to the hills north of here. Bo scouted ahead to investigate. Come, we'll see what they have found.
Strength and honor. I will join Bo farther north, where the harpies roost. Meet me there.
Okay, we'll meet you there in a minute. I gotta go do something really quick. Actually, I gotta go do a couple of things really quick before we go do this quest. And those that don't know, the ogres... The ogres were supposed to be one of the 4 races to join the Horde when Warcraft, or World of Warcraft, first launched. So in Classic WoW, it was supposed to, I believe, or the 5th race, was supposed to be the Orcs, the Forsaken or the Undead, oh god, what are the names? The Tauren, and then it was supposed to be the ogres, because ogres were very essential to Warcraft. I mean, they helped the Horde since the very first game. So it was just thoughts of throwing them in there. But they couldn't get like the model right or some BS, and then they decided not to add them. And 20 years later, mind you, 20 years later, we still have yet to get the ogres as an allied race, or a race that we can play in WoW, even though we can sort of become one here, and you'll get to see that here in the future. All right.
Is there no one who can grant me glory in death?
All right, let's go do this and get execute.
Speak, warrior.
You are no hero of myth and legend, but I see potential in you. Stand still, I shall shear you with my mightiest technique, and then I implore you to end my suffering.
I seek my final death.
So we'll go ahead and throw execute here. And then
Have you come to challenge me?
You now wield my most powerful skill, young warrior. Now use it to finish me. These ogres trapped my spirit here long ago for daring to defy them. Only though a glorious death will I finally be allowed to rest. It is the only way I see my brothers and sisters in the afterlife. So execute him.
End my suffering.
I'm ready to fight.
Yes, let us fight as true warriors.
And by the way, if you don't know that voice, that's Jim Cummings, the voice of Winnie the Pooh.
Show me your strength. Now I'm dead. At last.
Here we go. So now we got execute. We're gonna move that up a little bit more and put that down there. We don't use that very much. I mean, I guess I could have used it there, but... So now we're going to go over here, and there's a quest that we have to help a guy that is bound by necromancy, and once we release him, we will be able to get like a speed increase. Yeah, here he is. And over here, in this area right here, is where the paladin, for the paladin class, if you're playing a paladin in this area, you have to come here for your class fantasy.
am light incarnate.
You are not in league with those ogres. Please, you must aid me. I've been bound against my will by dark magic. I ask only that you free me. Take a piece of my light and use it to dispel the necromantic energies that is keeping me captive. And then I get like light speed for 10 minutes.
Dispel the foul magic that binds me here. I attempted to bring an end to these rituals. But the ogres ensnared me, drained my power. Free me so I might recover, and pass some of my power to you. The spell is weakening. The light returns to me. Ah, freedom. You have my gratitude.
So he's going to give us a slight speed ability that gives us 60% speed boost for 10 minutes.
The light.
So there we go.
Accept my blessing.
Now there's a couple of ways of doing this. One is to go do the Harpy quest first, then come here. But I like to grab
They
that
seem to have
first.
captured a forsaken prisoner for their ritual. An alert mind is a strong mind.
I have found the missing member of the expedition, but we have many problems to deal with.
Take care of yourself. Maintain your balance.
The Harpies seem to be in league with the ogres, many of them gathering to attack our camp. We must thin their numbers and thwart their attempts to eliminate us. Perhaps you will learn it is best to leave the horde be.
Stay ready. Maintain your balance.
The Harpies have placed vile totems throughout the area. To attain more power, they must be destroyed. Take this torch and burn the totems.
Stay ready.
We must rescue the others.
The Harpies plan to sacrifice an expedition mage, a Forsaken by the name of Herbert Gloomburst. Our foes seek to use the vile necromancy even on the undead. Herbert's ethics are questionable, but he always strives to serve the horde. We'll need his magic to stop the ogres.
Be vigilant.
I'll
cut a path straight through these harpies.
Help me in.
Just a nibble.
I don't think he's really a mage.
Light.
I think he's more, warlock, but they say mage. I don't know if that's a miswriting or if that's what they were actually meaning to say. Oh, I did have a second.
I need a target. I don't have a target.
I just got basically a taunt. Here's another rare mob.
Me gonna bring you to boss. Boss counting on me.
Alright. And we'll pick this up. And we'll go grab this chest.
I need to get closer.
And we got a chest plate. Not like it matters, we're gonna get stuff better at the end anyway. So we just need to kill one more. So we're gonna go kill. Oh, damn it. I mean, that's fine and all, but alright, let's go kill this one.
Target.
A nibble.
Alright, all that's done. Now we gotta go and take this out.
Interested in some experimentation? A shame I must break such a fascinating spell. Keep the harpies away from me! I don't have a target.
Alright, come on.
You look much tastier. Just a nibble.
I've got
Bo.
your back. Let us strike them down.
You do not fight alone. Loktar Ogar!
As I'm just taking all the blame. Force attacks. They're not doing anything. Thank you, Bo.
A nibble.
Something big is coming this way.
Then we slay it together for the Horde!
Alright, Bloodbeak. Alright.
I'm free! Let's make ourselves scarce, shall we?
Definitely not a mage, definitely a warlock. Alright, now we're gonna sneak around this area because it's a lot easier to get out of here without have to deal with a whole bunch of mobs still attacking in response. Alright. So now we got this going on. Let's turn in all these quests.
Persistence can win any battle.
The harpies seem to be retreating to their roosts. Okay.
Take care of yourself.
The harpies will grow weaker with their totems destroyed. Let us hope to realize that the Horde is a force not to be reckoned with.
Maintain your balance.
And then let's go ahead and equip the belt.
Necromancy! It's insane, right?
I love him. Thanks for the save. They must be desperate for sacrifices if they use someone who's already dead. If anyone is going to drain my life essence for a forbidden ritual, it's going to be me.
Never stop innovating.
Perhaps my mother was right. Together we stand against the harpies and claim victory. Let us return to the camp with Herbert in tow.
Strength and honor. Well fought! We're one step closer to crushing those pitiful...
Yeah. I'm in the middle of running and can't hear you. And where do we got? We got 4 minutes left. Yeah, we're not going to be able to.
Together, we can put an end to these rituals.
It is good to see you back in one piece. You're a testament to the Horde's strength and will. Let's hope Gloomburst is as powerful as he is unhinged.
Don't let your guard down.
And then we'll do that. And then we'll get Whirlwind. Yay! Alright. I like Whirlwind. It's a cool ability. Alright, now let's go deal with the enemies here.
I wonder if this island will kill me. Again.
The giant pit is filled with necromantic energy and spiders. I used to hate spiders, but now that I'm forsaken, I do not think that they're all that bad.
Welcome to the party.
But they still kill you, though. There's a whole lot of necromantic energy coming from this pit. I'm guessing that the ritual is being performed down there, and that means a sacrifice. Do you hear that? I've got the best hearing around. Ever since I got these new ears sewn onto me, it's like there's some more powerful soldiers trapped down there. Probably all rep up. Wansa and I will stay up here. You go down.
I wonder if you're the only hope those survivors have left. No pressure.
And make sure you be stopping that ritual.
I don't have a target.
Usually I still have like 6 minutes left on this speed, but I'm reading the quest for you guys, so... Wow. So someone was just in here, and we did see somebody earlier in the leveling process that there was somebody else here. Where's my thingy? There it is. Sorry, I had to sneeze. Apologies. But usually there's a whole bunch of spiders down here. Somebody was just here not that long ago. Which is fine, I don't mind.
A rescue party. Earth Mother, guide their path.
Yeah, we're gonna wait for a respawn.
Harvest your life force, and then those who sealed me in here shall burn.
Okay, well, I will take you out when you respawn. Any day now. There we go.
You will be kindling for the flame! I die. So you.
Thank you, friend. I will bear us to safety. Hop on.
Alright, well, hurry up. Gotta love druids, man.
Anshe, watch over and protect us.
Gotta love druids. If you're lurking in the background, which I don't mind at all, go ahead and hit that follow button if you like my content. We need to reach 20 followers before
has brought
September
ruin to this place.
21st. That's our goal. That's what we're going to try to hit. I believe we're at 12 right now. And
Oh, good. You made it out.
You did good saving the survivors and killing the spiders.
Those spiders had their rightful home destroyed. They deserved better.
Well, if you be putting it that way.
You have a problem with spiders, Wansa?
You seen the spiders we trolls be dealing with? Sure, you'll not be a fan of them either.
Alright, so we got those questing done. So let's turn in...
The Horde has endured worse than this.
Serena Earth daughter, whatever, has been vital to our cause. Her connection with the nature will help us understand what the ogres have done to this island.
For the Horde!
Let's go ahead and equip that.
Stay sharp. Danger surrounds us.
Your gear is nearly destroyed from the fight. Speak with the provisioner, Jen, and have him repair your stuff.
Don't let your guard down.
Oh,
For the Horde!
Alright, let's get our stuff repaired. Jen?
Hello, man.
Repair our stuff.
Lita.
Together, we can put an end to these rituals.
You want to keep your gear repaired if you want to earn honor and glory amongst the Horde.
Stay sharp. Danger surrounds us.
You like that? Just give up with the name because I don't know how to pronounce it.
I'm here to help.
You seem stronger. If all those ghosts were as honorable as that one.
For the Horde!
These ogres will cower before the Horde.
The last remaining survivor is being held within the ogre's citadel. Serena and Herbert have a plan to get us inside. A small group of us will gather up north. You're coming with us. If we fall here, the ogres will raise the dragon from the dead, and we won't let that happen. For the herd.
For the Horde. Recruit. We push forward. The rest of you, hold this position.
Alright, so there's a quest over here I'm not going to pick up because this actually needs a group, or if I had those heirloom armors on, if I had the added bonuses, I could take him out. That's this guy right here. He's an elite mob. He's very strong, and he could probably kill me in one hit with the armor I had on. But I don't want to equip the armor, the heirloom armor, just so I can go kill him. He doesn't really give you much, and that there's a chest back there as well. Now, if I was playing a rogue, I could just sneak past him by using the stealth ability. the herd.
The Horde has endured worse than this.
Dark Maul Citadel looms ahead. Herbert has proposed a plan unconventional. See, this is what I love right here. Is the Dark Maul Citadel. Dark Maul, man. This is from like Warcraft 1, Warcraft 2. We used to group as the old Horde with the Dark Maul ogres to take out the Alliance. But now they're trying to do necromancy. We have to take them out.
Don't let your guard down.
We need to get into Dark Maul Citadel, rescue the last survivors, and stop the ogre necromancer behind of all this. Herbert and Serena are going to cast a spell on you to make you look like an ogre, and then you're going to take us in as your prisoners. I have a text message. We do not have the strength to launch a full-scale assault, so we have to speak of Herbert. What? Whoa. We do not have the strength to launch a full-scale assault, so this will have to do. We'll speak to Herbert. Okay, so...
Stay sharp. Danger surrounds us.
Yeah, I mean, first off, the artwork behind this is just simply freaking amazing, dude. I love the look of the Citadel. And have to deal with an ancient ally at one point in time of the old Horde. I mean, it's... I don't know, it's nostalgia, right? So... And then have the Warcraft 1 and 2 music in the background during this. It's amazing.
Need some forbidden magic?
Yes, and usually I play a class that has forbidden magic, but today I want to play a warrior. So I'm ready to get into the Citadel.
Stay moderately Ooh, a willing test subject. Such a rare find.
Good. Now act like an ogre and get us inside.
Okay.
Don't speak. Just smile and wave. The dumber you look, the better.
This right here, Blizzard, if you ever watch this in the future, probably not, but it's okay. You have the model to make a playable ogre. Why have we not had one as a race for the Horde? I mean, just look at this, man. Absolutely amazing.
More sacrifices! Go to cooking pit! Wave at Gorgroth! Show what you got!
Keep moving. See if we can learn anything about the ritual.
Alright, Gorgroth.
What do we have here? All the take them to the back. We'll seal them with the wardstones, like we did their leader. It is time to complete the ritual atop the Citadel. Then all will bow before us.
But before people bow before you, let's dance.
This one got some moves. You dance good.
I said act like an ogre, not dance like one.
I love that. I freaking love that. Alright, so do we have everybody in? Okay, it looks like we're missing some people. I love that. If you're playing the Hordes, the Alliance side, it's the dialogue's just a tad bit different. You know?
Warlord Thunderwalker, we have to destroy those seals, now!
Raw strength won't be enough. We need to end the spell. Together, we can put an end to these rituals.
There may be a way that we could save the Warlord Thunderwalker.
Don't let your guard down.
Boom! We just hit level 10, but we'll deal with that in a minute. Warlord Thunderwalker I don't know how to talk anymore. Warlord Thunderwalker won't last much longer. Soon his life essence will be completely drained. I think it's fine that we can just stand here and read this text message and he'll be okay. Gorgroth mentioned that they're going to be keeping him captive and use him for the wardstones. I want you to recover these ward stones and bring them so we can release Thunderwalker.
For the Horde! Find them and use them to free the Warlord.
Necromancy! It's insane, right?
Did you see the catapults lined up over there? Seems like the ogres are planning to hurl who knows what at our camp. Good thing I came prepared. Quark, whatever, gave me some of his explosives as a contingency plan. I was going to save them for some sort of enemies back in Ogremar, but I suppose you should use them here instead. Blow up the catapults before they let our camp on fire.
See you around.
This is worse than I thought. The ogres were counting on us to stage a rescue attempt. It seems that they plan to attack our camp while they are near the completion of the ritual. We can't let that happen. Press the
Be vigilant.
Alright, so let's go have some fun. Wow. Yeah, I know. Alright, so level 10, by the way. We had to stop for a moment. We got a shout. The battle shout increases our attack power with all raid members and allies. So if I'm in a group or if I'm in a raid, I can use this ability here. And then anybody within range, as you can see to the top right, probably, there's a battle shout, which increases my attack speed by 5%. And then I have a heroic throw where I can throw my weapon. So we're going to hit N, the N button, and it comes up with our specs. What specialization do we want? Well, I already have a level 80 armsman, or level 70 armsman, which is, of course, another orc. And then I don't feel like going protection, because I'm not really playing a tank, and if I want to run dungeons or raids, I want to be able to not have to worry about tanking and spanking. So we're going to go right into Fury, which is a dual wield. Now, Fury ain't going to help us out much now because we're in the starting area, because Fury, you're dual wielding. So this is the talent tree, and I'm glad they reworked this. Because this was kind of like vanilla WoW, and then when Cataclysm happened, they wiped this all clean, and you had like every few levels, you have like a talent thing you can choose. And a lot of fans were pissed off about it, and then it took them another couple of years to come up with this, which is I absolutely enjoy. So we're going to go ahead and learn War Machine. Now there's a lot of things I can learn here, right? Fast footwork increases my movement speed. We could do that. That would help us out now. War Machine, our auto attacks generate 20% more rage. And then Leeching Strikes, Leech increases by 3%, which is like a heal for you, like a self-heal. And then Intervene means I can run at high speed towards an ally, intercepting all melee damage on that ally. Which means if I'm playing with somebody or whatever, or if I'm in a dungeon and the healer's getting hit hard because it healed too much, I can use this Intervene to click on that healer and run in and take all that damage that the healer is taking. But I think maybe right now we'll just go fast work, so we can run faster. And then the next level, at level 11, we go over to this side on the Fury spec, and then we can learn at all these things as well. So we get a little bit of speed. It's not much, but it's okay. And then we'll go ahead and take out this ogre here.
Over now.
All right, Wog.
Wog!
Yep. Sorry, Wog. It should be... Yep. Here. One thing I love about the warrior is that you can just run in and freaking sack everything, man. You know.
Invader! Me smash good!
Jugnug was a pain in the butt to kill. But yeah, you could just run in without a care in the world and be like, boom, attack, boom, attack. Well, usually I play a warlock or some sort of caster, and you gotta be careful of like how you attack and stuff like that. All right, we'll go here.
Over now.
I'll just take that. I don't need the other stuff. Of course, the orcs are, ooh, necklace. The epitome of testosterone, right? Like, the epitome of testosterone. And target. Alright, let's do that. Boom. Alright, all those are done. Wow, is it that time already?
Repeat sacrifice! You know, stop it! We speak too soon!
That was probably you texting, wasn't it? Yeah. Sorry, I was in the middle of a fight. Yeah, I apologize. Now, if I had all the heirloom armor on, I could literally one-shot these guys. Which I gotta level up anyway. I gotta level it up to where I can have it longer. All that junk, don't need anything. Now, I came this way. I could have gone back around and took the path I just took so I didn't have to kill anybody, but I don't get XP that way, so this is why I came this way. You ain't casting shit, bitch. Alright. All that's done. All that's done, chat. Now we get to go and do a mini dungeon.
Interested in some experimentation?
Good work. I didn't happen to save any of those explosives, did you? I didn't think so. Oh well. I have plenty of other ways to blow up my enemies.
Stay moderately safe.
That should weaken the ogres long enough for us to put an end to their plot.
Elements guide you.
And let's do that. Maybe hit the jump button.
You have my thanks, but we must still end the ogre's ritual.
Oh. Nice monster. Thank you, love, for bringing the monster. Not sponsored by Monster, by the way.
Well met.
Alright.
Goodbye.
So thank you for the aid. By saving me, will not stop the ogres. They've already had enough life essence to complete the ritual. Of course they do.
Go in peace.
Gorgoroth seeks to raise a powerful dragon, Ravnar, from the dead. He's got enough essence to attempt to finish the ritual, even if it means Ravnar will not be at her full strength. Gorgoroth will not stop until he is slain. You must storm the citadel and slay Gorgoroth before he can complete the ritual, I will charge in beside you where I'm not still recovering from this dark magic.
Farewell.
Alright, so normally the game is trying to teach you now that, hey, there's a dungeon finder ability to where you can go down to the lower right, which you can't really see over my following, and you click that and that brings up this dungeon and raid finder. And then it used to be in classic WoW, for those that played old school MMOs, is that you would literally need to find a raid or a group to do dungeons. Not just in Warcraft, but in like Dark Age of Camelot, Lord of the Rings Online, so on and so forth, Guild Wars, and then you had to literally talk to people. You had to literally chat and talk to people. And when Cataclysm came out, they stopped all that and they said, hey, what if we made it easier for you to get into dungeons and raids without having to be in a raid guild or raid group? So they came up with this idea, which means that you can click on specific dungeons, random dungeons, all this stuff here, and you could just basically run the dungeon and a raid with just random people you don't know. You can still do it old school way, mind you. You can still get a raid group and so on and so forth. But this is a lot quicker. So what we're going to do is we're going to click Darkmoor Citadel, and then we're going to find group. Now, if there was other people here in this starting area that's in different phases for the Horde and the Alliance, they will also join you in that group. So now that we're queued up, as you see there, as we're queued up, it gives us like an estimated time normally of, oh, it's going to be about 15 to 20 minutes before we can find you a group. And then you hit enter to enter the group, and if anybody else was here, it'll let you know as well. And see, as you can see to the left, there is 2 other people in the group with me.
Let's move. I'll keep the ogres focused on me while you strike them down.
This should go a lot quicker. And it's this side.
Slain almost all of them.
We have a
Keep
mage,
fighting.
All this
and we have a
necrotic
hunter.
energy. The ritual must nearly be complete.
We have an undead mage, and we have an, what's it, orc? Yeah, we have an orc female hunter. That's pretty dope. Usually I run this all by myself. So it's good seeing other people with the same experience as well. Damn, dude, we're like really running through this. Dude, this place looks amazing, man. Ow. Bitch.
I don't have
That's one of Gorgroth's bodyguards. What's our plan of attack?
Recruit! You strike first. I'll charge in after you.
Alright, let's do it,
Let
guys.
none stand in our way.
It's too far.
Mega Smash! You no stopper!
Oh shit.
I'll draw his attention. Shoot ya! Heal our wounds.
As you command.
Loktar!
Hey, look at that, Chad. I died. I don't think I've ever died in this freaking thing before. That's funny stuff. The NPC is supposed to heal you. And she didn't. And I don't have like heroic leap or anything yet, so it's gonna take a bit. He's almost dead. Can I get in there? No. what she named the Kill Claw the Terrible. I love that. I love that name for a pet. Bitch, get off me. Alright, ding, got a level, which gives me a experience talent, but I don't have time to do that.
Gorgroth, prepare to join your precious dragon in death!
Puny vermin, you will not stop the ritual! Not after all we have done!
Alright, let's go.
Grafnir will destroy you all!
Strike now! For the Horde!
Final sacrifice!
Do it?
He's completing the ritual!
Yeah, I know.
Did we stop him?
I just said that.
Foolish ogre! You have given me nowhere near enough power!
Shakar Omar! Victory or death!
Pathetic mortals! Your deaths will nourish me!
Get out of the way. Don't stand in front of that thing.
Ha! The ogres and their dragon lie dead at our feet, and the skies shine clear upon our victory.
For the Horde!
Station recruit, let me know when you're ready to leave this place. We must find a way back to Orgrimmar. Horde reinforcements.
All right.
I knew they would find us.
Blood and thunder, soldiers!
Victory!
We've been trying to push our way past the storm.
These ogres will cower before the Horde.
Victory for the Horde. It is time we return to Orgrimmar as our heroes and conquerors.
Don't let your guard down.
We are done here. Let's return to Orgrimmar. When you're ready, hop on one of the wyverns. It is time to go home.
Stay sharp, mount a wyvern, and fly home to Orgrimmar. Glory awaits us.
All right, let's go home, chat. Yes.
To think those brutes could wield such magic. If only I had more time to study it.
I am glad that you do not. This island must be allowed to heal.
Look! On the horizon! One of our gunships!
Look at that, chat.
An impressive display of the Horde's strength. Those ogres would do well to run and hide. Come, recruits. It is time we return to our home.
The artwork is so amazing. Dude, that's so dope. Okay. Let's go home.
Orgrimmar, bulwark of the mighty Horde. Standing as a symbol of pride and resilience, it is here that its citizens gather to barter goods and muster their strength. Their longtime rival, the Imperious Alliance, poses a relentless threat. But no foe can hope to stand against the fearless soldiers of the Horde. Though the orcs came to this world seeking conquest, your people now stand proudly amongst its greatest champions. Azeroth faces countless threats. Bold heroes are needed to rise up and defend her. For the Horde!
For the Horde. Alright, well that was the starting area.
The Horde leaves no one behind.
Alright.
For the Horde!
So we're gonna equip that. All those tutorial things are now done. I know my way around Orgrimmar. Yeah, we'll talk to Romy. Alright, so now we can go into edit mode. And this is everything that you could do with your UI. This is something recently that they added, and I absolutely love it, and I'm glad they added it. But I already have one already saved, so we're gonna choose mine, and then we're gonna exit out of here. And this is how I like it. It's sort of vanilla-esque, to the point where the names are up to the top left, you know, and all of my things are down here. We're gonna go ahead and go back under options and go under action bars. We're gonna go all the way up to 6. So that allows us to have more action bars. So I'm gonna go under my mounts because we are now. Where is my favorite one? I have a lot of mounts. Nope, it's not that one. Alright. It is the double-headed chimera. Where's it at? Yeah, there we go. As you can see now that I have it open, you can see all of the invisible thingies I have. So we're gonna go there. We're gonna click on that. And that's the mount I'm gonna use for this character. I also use it for my other warlock. I also use it for the other warrior that I have as well.
Heroes of the Horde, the Dragon Isles have awakened and beckon the dragon flights home. Meet me in Orgrimmar, where I am about to present the Aspect's invitation to the Horde Council.
Okay. So there's a couple of things that frustrate me first and foremost about that is they want you to play the latest expansion, the one prior to the current expansion. Excuse me. I'm not a big fan of that. I mean, I'm okay with that as far as like, you know, cool. They want you to stay up to date with the newest stuff, but I don't like it that they force it upon you. It's like, here, you cannot get rid of it. So if I click on this and I click abandon to abandon that quest, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to go to the Dragon Isles, which is the expansion before the one we're currently in. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that one. And if I click on abandon and abandon it, like a few minutes later, it'll pop back up again with Abyssian saying the same thing, and that's a little frustrating. So I usually just keep it. But what they want me to do also is they want me to go talk to Chromie. Now Chromie is a bronze dragon in the shape of a gnome, and bronze dragons do time magic. So she's a time dragon, basically.
Why, hello. Haven't we done this before?
All right, boom! Look at that, a level 12. So this allows you to go play any expansion currently out. So Cataclysm is the vanilla experience. You level in old school WoW, the Cataclysm era, not classic WoW. And then the expansion after that was the Burning Crusade expansion, where you go to Outland, which is Draenor after the Sundering. And that was the very first expansion for WoW. Or you can go to Wrath of the Lich King expansion and deal with Arthas and the Lich King and the Death Knights. And then after that, it became the Mist of Pandaria expansion, where you can go to Pandaria, which is the Asian Chinese aesthetic, where the pandas became a playable race. Or we can go to Warlords of Draenor, which we go back in time to an alternate world of Draenor before the Sundering of Outland. And, oh, Night Raven's online. And then, we can take a look of what Draenor looked like before it became Outland and deal with the orcs and the old horde. And then we got Legion, which is, if not my favorite expansion, where the Burning Legion from this expansion now invades Azeroth, and we have to take down all the demons. And this expansion was very heavily class fantasy, which is what everybody wanted. It was all about your class and why you are the way you are. And each class had its own order hall that you got to do questing in. And some of them are better than others. I'm not a big fan of the warrior one, so I don't think I'm going to run this expansion while on this character, because I don't like the order hall. I think it's absolute trash for the warriors. But I like the warlocks, and I like the demon hunters and the death knights. They all have amazing order halls. And then we got BFA, Battle for Azeroth. This started the 4th war between the Horde and the Alliance, and this is where they added a lot of cool races for the allied race that you can play on. And then, if not the worst expansion ever, Shadowlands, where we go to the realm of death and deal with the jailer and why people, when they die, they don't go where they're supposed to. And it was an absolute trash of an expansion, even worse than Draenor. And then they have the Dragonflight expansion, which is basically the last expansion than the current one we're in. The dragon aspects from Wrath of the Lich King are returning to their home world for the first time in like thousands of years, and you're going to help them on this expedition. This was the first time that the Horde and the Alliance are actually working together, and they put their differences aside for good. Now it's not for the Horde, not for the Alliance, it's for Azeroth. And it was a fun expansion. It was very well done. And then we are currently in the War Within expansion, which we cannot do until level 70. So it's kind of like, where do you want to start? And that's what I love about it. It's like, where do you want to start? Because this used to be level 70 content, and now it's level 10. All these are level 10 to level 70. And oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I didn't feed the cats. So it's kind of like, where do you want to go? Well, I love a lot of these expansions. I really do. I do like Draenor, even though people called it the worst expansion at the time, because there was content that weren't supposed to happen. But I love the orc aesthetic so much. So we might go ahead and just go right into Draenor, because that's what I like to do.
If a scary orc offers you something to drink, you probably want to say no. Is this hello or goodbye?
And
I keep losing track.
What I love about this is, if you get tired in the expansion, like if you're playing it, if you're the first time player, and you go, oh, I don't know any of this bullshit, but I want to go play Wrath of the Lich King because that sounds cool and that's what I know the best, because that's what everybody talks about. And then you get in there and you play for like a couple of days and you're like, I'm not really feeling it. You can come back and talk to Chromie, go back to the current timeline, and then choose a new expansion to go play in. They just let you choose whatever you want to do, which I absolutely love. One thing that they added, oh, might as well accept the quest. So attention, heroes of Azeroth, defenders of Azeroth, yada yada yada. Archmage Khadgar, hero of the Second War, and assembling a coalition of Azeroth's strongest and bravest, stepped through the Dark Portal again and bravely stopped the Iron Horde invasion of Azeroth. Champions who are interested in glory can meet Khadgar in the base of the Dark Portal in the Blasted Lands. Safety is not guaranteed. What was that? What'd you say? Everybody likes Khadgar. And that's funny because you're an Alliance player, and Khadgar is human. One thing they added in Dragonflight, and that not a lot of people, including myself, like, but we adapt to it, is that we're able to fly at level 10. It used to be in Classic WoW, level 40 you got your mount, level 60 you got your epic, if you had the coin for it. Because coin was very much sparse in vanilla WoW. And then in the Burning Crusade expansion, they added flying, but you had to be max level, and you had to pay for the training for it, which was not cheap, which was just traditional flying. And then in Cataclysm, they added flying in Azeroth. So if I bring up my map here and zoom out, so all of this, Kalimdor and the Eastern Kingdoms, you are now able to fly in, not just Outland, right? So now you're able to fly everywhere, and they kind of kept that going through every expansion after. You reach max level, you can get the flying for that expansion. You reach max level, you can get the flying for that expansion. And then Dragonflight came out and said, well, if you're a veteran player, you're able to fly at level 10 and just start flying. Now, I cannot do normal flying, just flying around, just hovering or anything like that until normal leveling. But, you know, skywriting, or they called it dragon flying, you can do at level 10. And they do it because it's the only way to give the newfound players faster ways to get to point A to point B. Every now and then I still do it the old way. If I gotta go fly somewhere, I'll go talk to a flight master. Especially if I'm like eating or something like that. But yeah, so this is Orgrimmar. This is the home world for the Horde, or the home area for the Horde. It's the biggest and most populated area. Now there are other areas like the Undercity for the Forsaken, Quel'Thalas, and Silvermoon for the Blood Elves. We have what we got? Thunder Bluff for the Tauren. So there's a lot of places you can go and basically just do your leveling and whatnot for your professions there. But this is Central Hub, right? Because this is where all the portals are at. This is where all the stuff is located. And I have stuff here I want to grab. This is the trading hall. This is something they relatively added recently. And every month they add different stuff in here.
Seeing you is a good day.
And all of these items are for sale with these currency. And no, you don't have to pay for them. You do them by questing and doing raids and stuff like that. Just normal questing, doing whatever they ask you to do. You can go in and do all that stuff, and you get these little trading things, and you can come over here and you can buy cosmetics. And they're just cosmetics, chat. They're just nothing special about it, just to make your character look cool, right? And you know, and it's all up to you. And then every month they do something new, and then they bring back some older stuff. Like I've already have this mount. I already have this mount. And I can get like these capes and stuff. I can get this pet if I wanted this pet, which I don't normally do pets anyway. But this month I don't like any of this stuff. It's all like chess. Whoa, that's glitched. It's all chess stuff, you know, if you like that kind of thing. You know, you can buy it and then cosmetic yourself to make you look like that if you want to.
Goodbye now.
But with this character, chat, I'm just using whatever they give me for armor. So as you can see, I have no shoulders, I have no rings, I have no trinkets. This is all green stuff, which is better than white. blue is better than green, and purple is better than blue. And so I'm just going to keep what I have. I do have about 5 gold. I can go ahead and sell all this stuff really quick. This is your bank. Chat, this is your bank. This is where you go and drop stuff off. That's like all your professions.
Hey, how you doing?
Well, that's new. That's definitely new. Oh. Chat, they revamped the bank. The bank did not look like this at all. Yeah, it's a lot different, babe. So this is kind of like what the guild bank looks like. And then over here you can buy new tabs for the bank for the guild. And then down here used to be where you would put like your bags. So you had like extra bags here, and you were able to pay like a couple of silver or some gold to open a new slot, and you just drop the bag into that slot, and it opens it up. This is new. This is new. And then of course they added the warband bank. So of course this is that's cool. So this is all my stuff on all my characters, chat, that all my characters has, and you can see all my heirloom stuff is in here from different characters that I have. And this is dope. This is absolutely cool because they didn't have this before. And this kind of saves you from logging out, logging into a different character, doing that, logging out, logging into a different character, doing that. So now you could just do this all. If there was materials that you had for like here, if you have a cloth crafter, a tailor, and you're playing a character that's a tank like this one, and I come across some, you know, tailoring stuff, I could just put it in my war bank and then log on to another character, and it'll just be there instead of having to grab it.
Out there.
I can't attack that.
To come all the way out here, click on this this mailbox, and then send the mail. Type in who I wanted to send it to, what the subject was, and then dropping items, you know, in there, and then sending it to my alts. Man, do you really have to have the big brontosaurus over here? He's flexing, chat. That's what he's doing. This guy's flexing. And then this is where the auction house is located. And of course there's another mailbox here. But this is where you would come and buy all the stuff that people are selling in game.
Got the best deals anywhere.
So if I was looking for level 10 to level 25 range, and then armor, I could just search. And then this is everybody selling like plate mail. This is everybody selling plate mail. And you can find out and how much everything costs, and it does get expensive, as you can see.
Hey, can I interest you in a payment plan?
And you can buy it out straight, or you can bid on it. And if you are the highest bidder at the end of the time limit, it'd be sent to you and they get the gold for you. That's basically about it. I mean, that's kind of like what Orgrimmar is. If we get really high here, you kind of can see that that's just basically it. We do have a spot that has a dungeon. And let's swing in here. So this is what the dungeon looks like. Well, the entrance to a dungeon looks like, chat. If you wanted to summon people, you can click on this. And this is like a summoning stone or a meeting stone. A warlock has the ability as well. And you can summon other players that are in your party. So they don't have to travel all the way to Orgrimmar. They can just travel here. And you just walk in and you can just start the dungeon. or you can go under your group finder and then random, you know, whatever expansion you're in. This is vanilla WoW. This is Hellfire. But if I was in, you know, Cataclysm, it would show here. But unfortunately, I'm not technically in that expansion. And then of course there's follower dungeons, but that's later in the expansions. But we're going to Warlords of Draenor, so let's go ahead and go to WoD. So, how do we get to WoD? We are going to go to the portal. Up and down. And in we go. I hit a wall, chat. I hit a wall. Alright. So let's go talk to Vanguard Battle Mage. That's not her name.
Glory to the Horde.
I must help Khadgar. Send me to the Blasted Lands.
Strength.
Strength and honor. Now, when the expansion happened, let me give you a little bit of a background here. Let me log out for a moment. I'm going to show you the trailer, chat. So in Mist of Pandaria, okay, let me explain it this way. In the Burning Crusade expansion, where we go to the Dark Portal for the very first time, let's go ahead and turn down some audio really quick so I can talk to you. Let me talk to you, chat. In the Burning Crusade expansion, the old war chief Thrall, which was from Warcraft 3, he meets up with a member of the old Horde back on Outland. And his name was Hellscream. His father was this infamous Grom Hellscream that was the first to drink the blood of the demon Manaroth in order to become super powerful and conquer Azeroth. But drinking that said blood makes you a slave to said Burning Legion. And so they drank the blood, yada yada yada. The orcs go and open a portal, which is the dark portal that goes to Azeroth and attacks Stormwind, the human kingdom. And that's Warcraft 1, the very first orcs and humans video game. That was the concept. Well, Grom Hellscream was the leader of said concept. And he dies, spoiler alert, in Warcraft 3. And if you haven't played the games yet, well, you know, I'm sorry. But he dies in Warcraft 3. And so when we go into the Burning Crusade expansion, we find his son, Gromish, or Gromish, depending on how you want to pronounce it. And he's an old school orc. He's all about honor and loyalty and like the true Horde aesthetic. So he has like a form of chickenpox, but it's deadly to orcs, and there is really no cure. But at one point in time, we found a cure. So Thrall allows him to come back through the Dark Portal and be part of this new Horde. And Gromish was okay with this. And then when we go to Wrath of the Lich King expansion, he sends Hellscream to the new continent of Northrend as a general, and you have to work with him throughout the expansion there. And he seems like a really down-to-earth dude. He hates the Alliance. He wants them all dead. He's about truly Horde aesthetics. And then Thrall steps away in the end of the expansion. He feels the need that he wants to regain his shamanistic abilities, so he gives the War Chief mantle to Hellscream. We find out during the Mist of Pandaria expansion that Hellscream was all about power and conquering. He still wants that old Horde aesthetic. And we find out near the end of the expansion that he uses a artifact to empower himself. And we, as the Horde and the Alliance, have to ransack Orgrimmar to take down Hellscream. And both leaders of the Horde and the Alliance were going to kill Hellscream. But the leader of the Pandarian state that, no, let's stand him for trial. Well, little to be known, little to be known that Hellscream escapes imprisonment with the help of a dragon. And they work together to open the Dark Portal, but into an alternate timeline of the past. So he can go back, sort of in time, in quotations, to see his father and to help this new horde, the Iron Horde, to do the same thing that his father, his original father, failed to do in the original game, is to conquer the world. So if I go here... No, reconnect. I'm trying to figure out where it was at, chat. Is it... Yeah, here. So, Grommesh goes back to Draenor before the world was asunder, and he changes the past, or tries to change the past. And this is the cinematic for it, chat. Hope you like it.
Drink, Hellscream. Claim your destiny. You will all be conquerors. And what, Gul'dan, must we give in return? Everything. Reject this gift. And did you bring these mongrels here just to watch you die?
That's the Pit Lord Manaroth. And that's Grommesh Hellscream.
Times change. We will never be slaves! But we will be conquerors.
There it is, chat. The Dark Portal. So that's basically how that expansion started. And yeah, it's a lot like how it was supposed to be, right? Like Gul'dan was a struggling orc shaman that was thrive for power, and then he was introduced to the Eredar, the leaders of the Burning Crusade, and he was promised power, and then he conned the orcish clans to get together and tells Hellscream to drink the blood of Manaroth to become the super powerful type of orc, these super soldiers, but at the cost of that they would become slaves. And so in Warlords of Draenor, Grommash comes here and says, hey, don't do this. You can still be conquerors without being slaves to the Burning Legion. And then history starts to change. You know, like in Back to the Future, you don't mess with the space-time continuum. That's what Hellscream was doing. And that's kind of like where we were at with the aesthetic of, oh, shit, that's what we got to deal with. So you, as the player, now have to go in and stop the new Iron Horde to be able to to deal with this. Normally when the expansion came out, you had a whole bunch of quests here to deal with, like these orc shadow guys and so on and so forth, but they got rid of all that. And of course this is the Blasted Lands. This is where the Black Morass used to be before the first ever opening of the Dark Portal. This also used to be swampland and marshland. And then when Gul'dan on the Horde side and Medivh on the Alliance side, Medivh was supposed to be the guardian of Azeroth. He was supposed to be the protector, but he was under the influence of the leader of the Burning Legion, Sargeras, and they both opened the portal. And so once the War of Warcraft 1 was done, Khadgar takes was it Warcraft? Yeah, Warcraft 1, if I remember correctly. Takes an artifact and closes the Dark Portal, and it explodes. And the effect of the Force turns the Black Morass in what we know now as the Blasted Lands. And then the Dark Portal used to be green, now it's red. And then we got Khadgar, the leader of the Karantor. Then we got Thrall, you know, Green Jesus is what he used to be called. And then we got Vindicator Marad, part of the Alliance, and what used to be known as the Eredar, but now they're called the Draenei. Cordana Felsong, my wife's favorite character. and then we got Lady Lindrin, the Blood Knights. I love you. Cordana is fine. You just don't like Maeve.
We will find a way through this.
Alright, so let's go ahead and get into it. Archmages focus currently on the portal. Look, their numbers are being abated. However, briefly, the mere chance. Let's go in the portal. Let's do it.
our chance. Storm the portal!
And that's the entrance to Warlords. Love that cutscene. Alright. So now we got a war. We're in Tanan Jungle. If we bring up the map, we're in Tanan Jungle.
Ah, good to see you.
Alright, looks like we ended up in the right place.
Remain vigilant.
Countless times you have battled against the impossible odds and unspeakable evil and returned to victor. Now, once more, you have answered the call of duty, prepared the risk of your life to save the world that you love. Excuse me. You are Azeroth's last hope, Gromit. While the challenges that stand before us are daunting, there is no other that I would trust more to lead the mission. I highly doubt that. The enemy at the front may have the information we need to win the war. Seek and destroy. So we gotta go
We're all
basically
counting on you, hero.
to kill enemies up front until we get some. Never mind, I already got it. So we have Azeroth's Last Stand. The missing bears the mark of the Warsong clan. And the Warsong clan is Hellscream's clan. The folded ladder bears the mark of the Garmish Hellscream. It says guard Gul'dan and his Shadow Council. Love the Shadow Council. With our lives, the portal cannot function without prisoners. Fell magic. Fail me and watch all that you hold dear turn to ash. Garmish Hellscream. The Iron Horde appeared to be holding prisoners at such crucible keepings, and the portal opening searched the nearby spires. So now we gotta go search nearby spires. Got some Iron Horde rations. Alright. Now we got Chagall.
You, outsider! Destroy that relic and set us free!
Crush the relic! Yes, smash the relic!
Seek out Gul'dan if you truly wish to stop the Iron Horde.
It's Gul'dan! Gul'dan powers the portal!
Look! The portal grows weaker!
Let's go ahead and
hold
grab
that
him
front! Our work is nearly done!
Here. Here, let's grab. No. I have so many mounts, chat. So many mounts. I have one that I'm looking for. Yeah, here we go. This is the Maghar orc. When you unlock the Maghar orc's playable race, you get this mount. And the only thing difference between
We got your back.
the only thing difference between Maghar and normal orcs is the Maghar orc are uncorrupted. They don't have the green skin. And they come from this world. See how like their skin is brown, gray, Ooh, Tearing Gore.
You strange invaders. You seek to disable the Dark Portal. I can help you. Just set me free. Those iron cowards were using us as conduits to power their portal. They will regret that. The Shadow Council thanks you. Iron Horde! The intruders are freeing our prisoners! Stop them!
Being attacked from something. Oh yeah, I have I have unspent talent points. Let's go ahead and grab Bloodthirst, which allows us to do extra damage, and let's go ahead and now grab War Machine, which generates 20% extra. Let's go ahead and bring that up here. 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 Slide these down. Let's turn in this quest.
We will defend Azeroth together.
The portal is weakened, but it remains open. Only the option remains.
Always happy to help.
This portal is fueled by the powers neither mechanical nor arcane. Look to either side of us, Gromit. The screaming souls, the slain prisoners, and being channeled into the heart of the portal itself. And they are channeling these souls through the body of Gul'dan. Find a way into the chamber beneath us and do whatever it takes to get Gul'dan to stop his channeling. Our last hope rests on you.
Use whatever means are necessary, General. Azeroth's final hope lies with you.
Alright. So we gotta go and free Gul'dan. Now Gul'dan is my favorite character in all of Warcraft, dude. He's like the man. But he doesn't last very long in the game. Twice. This is twice this happened.
Sever my thorns and the...
Now, this is the symbol of the Blackrock clan. Mark of the Blackrock.
Thorns weaken. Freedom will be mine.
And this is the symbol of the Shattered Hand clan. Shattered Hands cut their own hands off because of their war chief. Only one hand, not two.
Marsh will pay for his arrogance.
And this is the Burning Blade plan. I know what I'm talking about. Alright.
Do not delay, mortal. I can feel the vapor sense of your armies fading. There will be time for regret later. We will meet again.
So this is an alternate Gul'dan. The original Gul'dan is dead. In Warcraft 2, Gul'dan was in the mine of... Gul'dan was in the mine of Medivh before Medivh was taken out. and he goes into a coma. So when he comes out of the coma, the new war chief of the Horde, which used to be Blackhand of the Blackrock clan, is now his successor, which is Ogrim Doomhammer. And Ogrim Doomhammer was his general, and they fought to the death, and Ogrim won. And now Ogrim wanted to destroy Gul'dan, but Gul'dan manipulated him into keeping him alive, and he created what is known as the first ever Death Knights. Not the Death Knights that we play in the game, but basically orc souls into dead humans. And Terran Gore, the guy that we saved earlier, is one of those guys that died, and then he was put into a body, and then he became literally the first Death Knight. But near the end of the Warcraft 2 RTS game, where Ogrim was proceeding to go to the land of Lordaeron and take out the humans of Lordaeron, Gul'dan left with a whole bunch of his crew and went to raise the temple, or the tomb of Sargeras, to gain ultimate power. And that was the downfall for the Horde. That's how the Horde died off, was because of Gul'dan's treachery. And when Gul'dan went to the tomb, he found a room that he needed to have, which was promised to him, this ultimate power. He walks in and he's ripped apart by demons. End of Gul'dan number 1. Then we come to Warlords of Draenor, the expansion, and we get Gul'dan number 2, which is my favorite Gul'dan. Alright.
Let's get to work.
Let's do this one, because we need to do a wield.
Remain vigilant.
They call the operation a suicide mission, but I don't plan to throwing it away. The lives are just meaningless. Everyone with me. But before we do that, let's go ahead and equip this. There we go. Now we're looking like a true orc warrior.
Always happy to help. The vanguard is falling. We will not let their great sacrifice be in vain.
Oh, we can go ahead and close out that backpack.
In here!
All right.
There remains much to be done.
With the dark portal disabled, we have a new mission: stay alive. We must keep pressing on, even if only to honor those who stayed behind to secure our retreat.
Be mindful of your duty.
We can't stay here forever. We need to keep moving, but first we need a distraction. Khadgar conjures a small gem. This bead should burn anything flammable that you come in close with. With your skill, a bit of luck, you might be able to take the attention of the Bleeding Hollow orcs off our group. So I used the bead to destroy the 8 Bleeding Hollow.
It is. We cannot stay here long. Soon, the entirety of the Iron Horde will be upon us. Our champion will stay back and disrupt the enemy camp. The rest of us will seek safe passage through the jungle.
Good luck.
So the Bleeding Hollow clan. The Bleeding Hollow are a shamanistic clan, but they, at a certain age, take out their own eye with a ritual to see the future of their death. And usually they become, you know, depending on who's who, they become war chief. But yeah, they're one-eye orcs. And they are very savage. They're very nomadic savage. And the leader of the Bleeding Hollow clan, Kilgoth Deadeye, is played by the voice actor of Matt Mercer, which is one of my favorite voice actors. Oh, before I do that, I should have done this. There was a quest over here I need to pick up.
We must get out.
Too many of my people have fallen at the hands of the Bleeding Hollow. Their cruelty cannot be forgiven. The grieving orc looks up to you. Make them pay. The orc spits out his last words. They kept us in cages. They drain our blood for rituals. The frost wolf coughed violently. Many left my people. The orc dies. So I have to say people from the blade. These are the frost wolf clans. These are what would have been called the good guy clan because they were against everything of conquering. They didn't like it. They were hunters. Something on my ew. Okay, but yeah, they were considered the good guy clan. They didn't want to harm the Draenei when the Draenei landed on this planet. They were against anything savage. The whole idea of fell magic. They were all against it. So, but you know, a lot of people call them the Pussy Clan. I like the Frost Wolves. I think they're pretty dope. They're not my favorite clan, but I think they're pretty good.
Set us free!
Alright.
Whoever you are, thank you. I need to...
We'll go down this way. Here, look at that big fucking orc right there. The berserkers.
Help us! I don't think we have much longer.
I can go ahead and get rid of that shield since we're not using it no more, and we don't need that no more because we're not playing tanky. Alright, let's go destroy this big guy over here. Alright, that done. That done. Alright, so all quests are done. Now let's go ahead and mount up. See if we don't have to pull this guy here. Alright. Everybody run up, come on. I don't have any. No.
Ah, good to see you.
Out of the frying pan and into the woods. Take a breath and get ready, Gromit. There's a lot more time to rest. So we get some leg guards.
Be mindful of your duty.
Well done, Gromit. Given they are injured, half starved, and poor equipped, there is no blade so sharp as a vengeance spirit, no armor as thick as righteous cause.
Remain vigilant.
Right. So we get a new ability, and of course we have to take the Raging Blow, which basically allows us to use both weapons to deal X amount of damage. So here is 2 weapons, 2 weapons. That's really good. And we go turn in this one.
The Horde has important work here.
I admire your sense of duty, Gromit. Even when your own survival hangs in the balance, you still need time to bring closure to the grieving widow. Well done.
Our spirit will triumph.
Alright, so now we go and grab this quest.
We will defend Azeroth together.
You see that altar down there? Right over here? Yes, I do. There is a magical eye settled at its peak. I fear our group will not survive if it sees us. Distract the eye, Gromit. Cause a common commotion. Kill some ritualist. Whatever you have to do, just occupy the thing long enough for us to glide by. So Khadgar looks over his shoulder. Bring that strapping orc with you. The one that is not Thrall.
Always happy to help.
Alright, so we need to grab Arlok.
Maklaw.
Khadgar asked us to go distract the Eye of Kelrog.
For the Horde. You and I against an entire clan. Sounds like my kind of fight. The Bleeding Hollow Orcs use savage blood magic to transform their warriors into hulking berserkers. With any luck, we will escape before they can complete their transformation ritual.
Stupid bug.
I'm out of range. Here we stand, cowards! Come, fight us! They seem focused on their ritual. Maybe destroying those blood orbs will get their attention.
Alright, so let's take out this one.
I see you.
And we'll take out you. Take out this one.
It looks like Khadgar and the rest are on the move. Our work is nearly done, champion.
And we'll go and... I mean, I don't even have to worry.
It's too
Alright.
I'm coming for you, intruders.
Can't really beat the game yet when we're still going through the intro. There's no beating an MMO, technically. Alright, let's take down this last ward.
Look!
Hey, it's Matt Mercer.
Look what dragged itself through my jungle. Fresh meat. I know what I must do. Blood and honor!
Alright, man, chill out.
Go find Khadgar.
Alright, so let's mount up. And let's go find Khadgar. Hey, Khadgar.
There remains much to be done.
No, we cannot wait for him. He knew what he was doing. He was getting into. His sacrifice cannot go to waste. We must keep moving.
It is a world of...
The orcs in this area look like members of the Shattered Hand clan. You can tell by looking at their hands. Let's join up to others. We must find a way out there. The Shattered Hand clan is a clan of orcs that cut off one of their hands to put a weapon on it because their leader was imprisoned by ogres, and he cut off his own hand to save the prisoners and the other orcs that were imprisoned with him. And so he just basically soldered his wound, put a weapon on it, and boom, now he's got one hand and then a weapon as another hand. And he called, and it's called the Shattered Hand clan because of that.
Be mindful of your First we deal with the bridge. Now, let's get moving. Let's get to work.
We will hold this position for now. We must allow these freed prisoners a moment to breathe. It is not an ideal position. We will be moving shortly.
Always happy to help.
One of the captured orcs is receiving some treatment, if you can call it that, while others are tied down and tortured. This one is tied to a stake and burned for the amusement of his captors. Use this runestone. It should handily deal with the ring that surrounds him. Use the phosphorus, so on and so forth.
Remain.
Stay alive, champion.
Alright. So now we get to go save this one orc over here.
I feel the flames dying down. What is happening, Exar?
We have a visitor. Perhaps a savior. We are freed. Follow me, shaman. We will escape through the hills.
So not only did we save a orc ally, but we also saved a Draenor, a Draenei exarch. Farsia Drekthar.
You must listen to the land.
Now, for those that don't know his voice, that is what's his name? Darth Vader. James Earl Jones. He plays Drekthar.
Spirits walk. Who is there?
So we got a new chest plate. Dope.
We will defend Azeroth together.
I see only one way out of this trap, Gromit, and it's right through the middle of that arena. This might be the end for all of us, so survive Kargath Arena.
It is over. We cannot hide here forever. Follow me, and stay close.
A combat arena.
Yep.
This may be a trap, but at least we'll die with honor.
This slaver of torture knows nothing of honor.
Kargath Bladefist, the leader of the Shattered Hand clan.
You have entered my arena, strangers. You will either leave it as victors or as corpses. Now, kill your 100 or die trying. watch you rats fight for ours.
Sorry, but we don't have that kind of time. Everyone, with me!
I only counted 99 kills.
Then I guess we owe you one.
After them! Don't let them get away!
Quickly, into the cave before they thaw!
Okay.
Let's get to work.
You're still alive? Good. That cave will only hold him for so long we have to keep moving. Well, that's kind of the theme of things, ain't it?
Lady Leander, take Olin with you and scout the cave.
At your command.
Alright. So we're gonna go to Thrall.
Loktar, Commander.
We will protect the wounded prisoners and make sure Kargoth doesn't get through the rebels. You go ahead and clear the cave, Gromak. So slay 10 Shadow Moon orcs. I don't wonder, I like Shadow Moon.
Run our enemies into the ground.
Oh, Luca. The bad orcs tried to catch me, but I snuck away. I'm good at hiding. All of the bad orcs are bad, but I remember the name of the meanest one. Just in case anyone came to save me, Luca takes a deep breath and says, Ungra, Gron, and, Unkwa. Sure, that's how they're pronounced. You will protect me from them, so I have to go slay those guys. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's go do that. Let's go take out some enemies. Let's go this way. And we'll go this way. And then we'll go in here. Alright.
Who's there? Oh, I'm glad I'm not the only one fighting these monsters.
Yrel. Forgive me if I'm a bit flustered. I've never killed anyone before. My name is Yrel, and I'm the student of Karabor. You say that you have an army with you? The light must truly be watching over me today. I will follow you, then lead the way, Gromak.
We must hurry. These Shadow Moon orcs are under the command of Ner'zhul. With his commanders dead, Ner'zhul will surely come looking for us.
Ner'zhul, before he became the Lich King.
I see your friends in the chamber up above. I think I can get there safely.
Alright, so all we gotta do now is just kill the remaining named people. Ah! I jumped too far. Jumped too far, chat. Was trying to show off. It didn't pay out. Didn't realize there was a hole there. Let's get out of that. Just taking some damage there.
It's too far away.
Give me too far away.
I'm out of range. I need targets. I need
What the hell is up with that?
I'm out of range.
Got a glitch, guys. Got a glitch. Alright. All those quests are done. Let's go turn on all these quests.
Light protect us. I had no idea.
Yep. Up here, that is Dan the Breaker. No doubt he has been alerted to our presence, and he's attempting to tell his warlord all about the little jailbreak.
Greetings, traveler.
You fight exceptionally well, Gromak. Better than I could ever hope so. With those orcs out of the way, Khadgar and Marid should now be able to go to safety and guide the rest of our groups to the cave.
Ancestors watch over you.
Anaria Shala.
Be ready to move. We may have the element of surprise, but within the cave, but our advantage is fleeting. And what's so great about Lady Liadrin is she's in the new expansion trailer for the Midnight coming out. I'm so excited. I'm glad that she got a little bit of more game time.
Sharela Ra.
One of Nerzul's lieutenant remains up ahead. Oh, stretching. The exit to the cave isn't much farther past him. I will go back and tell Khadgar that the cave is clear. We will Windiferous once we take care of Kildan.
Fight well. I'll take this Draenei back to Khadgar. Stop that orc from opening that portal.
Okay.
We will return with help.
Alright, so what do we want to do, chat? Let's look. We can either do Frenzy and Rage, which is a passive ability. Enrage increases the haste by 15% and increases the movement speed by another 10. That's really nice. We also have Powerful Enrage. Enrage increases the damage of your abilities, dealing an additional 50%, and the duration is increased by 1 second. That's pretty cool. Enrage Regeneration reduces the damage taken by 30%, and Bloodthirst restores the additional 20% of health for 8 seconds, unable while stunned and incapacitated. That's a 2-minute cooldown. And then we have Improved Execute, which means it no longer costs Rage and now regenerates 20, yeah, I can count, 20 Rage. So I think we might go with Frenzy Enrage first, and then when we get 2 more levels, we'll grab the Improved Execute. Alright, so now we have to deal with this guy.
From beyond the portal, you will make a marvelous sacrifice. The void consumes you! Ner'zhul, help me! Worthless. Your scurrying is at an end, rats.
Not so fast, Ner'zhul.
Yes, step closer. I will bury you alive for the glory of the Iron... Khadgar, get us out of here!
That was close. There is no turning back. We press on, through the very jaws of the beast.
All right, we got out of there with the skin of our teeth, chat.
Ah, good to see you.
Fine job in the cave, but this is no time to rest. We have the momentum. We must stay in motion.
It is a world of wonder.
Logtaro Gar, champion.
There's nowhere to hide up here. We need to keep moving, and to do that, we need to pass right through the heart of the Iron Horde. It's time to turn the unarmed group into prisoners into an army. Hang on, chat, I got text. Oh. When did he wake up? Okay. Alright. Alright, chat. Well, looks like I gotta go ahead and head out. We'll go ahead and pause it here. And we'll just go ahead and accept this quest.
Fight with honor.
I didn't realize it was so late already. But thank you everyone for coming in and watching. We'll continue this maybe tonight or tomorrow. We'll continue going through the intro into Warlords of Draenor expansion. It looks like we're going to have to deal with some Blackrock orcs next. And Blackhand is a pain in the ass to deal with. But we'll go ahead and we'll call it quits there. I hope everybody had a good live stream, and thanks for coming in and watching. Again, follow me on all my socials. Whoa. My mouse is acting up. But yeah, follow me on my socials, and then we will definitely keep you up to date with whether am I live streaming or not, and then we should definitely... What is up with my mouse? We definitely see you next time. Goodbye, chat.